The galaxy had one rule above all others: humans must never learn the truth. But the moment a single human asked the wrong question, every ancient empire realized their greatest secret could no longer be hidden. The truth was never hidden because it was fragile. It was hidden because it was alive, watching, remembering, and waiting for the one species reckless enough to understand it. Humanity, unaware of the weight it carried, stepped into the forbidden knowledge as they always did, curious, stubborn, and emotionally unprepared for the consequences. When humans first joined the Galactic Accord, they were labeled harmless observers, a young species with fragile bodies and loud emotions, welcomed only because their planet sat on a useful trade route. For centuries, the elder civilizations believed they had successfully sealed the great secret behind laws older than stars, laws carved into the consciousness of every advanced species, warning that some truths collapse civilizations, not through war, but through understanding. The secret itself was simple in form, yet devastating in implication: the universe was not expanding randomly. It was contracting around emotional intelligence. Species that learned to feel deeply altered reality itself, a phenomenon the ancients called resonance, which humans triggered unknowingly every time they bonded, mourned, hoped, or loved. No one told them this. The last civilization to uncover it, the Veiled Dominion, had tried to suppress emotional variance across the galaxy, sterilizing entire worlds of feeling, only to collapse when their own people could no longer perceive meaning. The elder races agreed humans must never know that their emotions were not a weakness but a cosmic force. If humans learned that grief bent probabilities and hope reshaped timelines, they would never stop testing it, and testing it would tear apart the careful balance holding the galaxy together. Secrets rot fastest where curiosity breathes, and it was a human xenolinguist, Mara Ellison, who noticed the error first: a missing phrase in an ancient treaty, translated incorrectly across 6 species. The phrase did not mean forbidden knowledge, it meant shared memory. When she asked why that translation had been altered, the room fell silent in a way only beings who remembered extinction could manage. The alien council dismissed her question with procedural noise, but humans were never good at accepting silence as an answer. Mara kept digging, following fragmentary star maps, half-erased archives, and emotional anomalies logged but never explained. She found recordings of alien scientists observing early human history with something close to fear: how human soldiers fought harder after losing comrades, how communities rebuilt faster after disaster, how humans told stories to the dead as if memory itself had weight. Buried under millennia of censorship, she discovered resonance theory, the idea that conscious emotional alignment created ripples in spacetime, subtly rewriting causality. Alien empires rose and fell not by chance, but by proximity to emotionally volatile species. Humans were the most volatile of all, capable of synchronizing emotion across billions through symbols, music, shared grief, and shared hope. When Mara presented this evidence to the council, they did not deny it, they pleaded. Humanity, they warned, would unintentionally weaponize emotion, creating probability storms, destabilizing star systems, rewriting history through collective belief. Mara listened, truly listened, and then spoke the words that sealed the galaxy's fate: "You don't understand us if you think we wouldn't already be doing that without knowing why." Humans had always moved forward powered by feelings they could not quantify, always changing the world simply by caring too much. In that moment, the council realized the law had failed, not because humans broke it, but because humans had never needed permission to matter. Panic spread across the Galactic Accord. Elder species rushed to reinforce emotional dampeners around human colonies, attempting to isolate the resonance field. But the act of suppression triggered the very phenomenon they feared. Humans, sensing something was wrong, responded with solidarity, protests, shared stories, art, and remembrance, amplifying their emotional coherence until resonance surged like a tide, stabilizing failing stars, repairing fractured hyperspace routes, even resurrecting dormant ecosystems. Alien scientists watched in awe and horror as centuries of technological struggle were undone by human compassion scaled to a galactic level. When the Council finally addressed humanity openly, expecting anger or conquest, they found something far more terrifying: responsibility. Humans did not celebrate their power. They mourned civilizations lost to secrecy. They grieved the suffering caused by fear. They asked not how to rule the galaxy, but how to heal it. That question broke the last resistance because healing required trust, and trust required truth. The Galactic Accord fell not in flames, but in confession, admitting the universe responded not to dominance or intelligence, but to meaning. Humans, flawed and emotional, had always been meaning makers. In the centuries that followed, history recorded that the galaxy did not collapse when humans learned the secret, it transformed. Humans taught the stars what the ancients never dared to test. Knowledge guided by empathy does not end civilizations, it gives them a reason to continue. The greatest irony was this: humans were never meant to learn the galactic secret, not because they would destroy the universe, but because once they understood it, they would never allow the universe to be cruel again.